I mean orb clusters, that's what I meant. It's the same as the other day, and it wasn't here before. I shot this light before in the daytime on the same video, this video, and you saw there was nothing there, and now this thing is there. So you saw it in the daytime with nothing there, and now look at these big lights with that thing right behind them and all those red orbs there. And that was not there before when just a half an hour or 45 minutes ago when it was light out. This thing was not there. So that's a object in a hover position that looks like a saucer shape, and all these red orbs, they're clusters, and the air is full of the entities all over. Here's a red, a white, and a yellow orb cluster, one on top of each other, and there's more red orbs, or I should say orb clusters, and here you can really see the white orbs on the bottom of this now. I'm just gonna leave it here because I was saying the whole thing is made up of clusters, and it sure is. You can see that the whole bottom is all white clusters, and there's on the right hand side, the one on the bottom there is very pronounced, just like the other night. But look, now you can see clearly that that is made up of clusters, and the whole bottom is just plasma, and it's plasma in a form of clusters in a plasma state. And you saw before it wasn't here when it was daytime, and now it's here. It just showed up just like that. So this is a definite object that moves around and changes location, because it wasn't there a half an hour ago, and now it's there. You can clearly see the white orbs on the bottom of it. The whole bottom is made up of white plasma clusters. The whole thing is made up of clusters, but especially on the bottom, they're all white hot, and they're in a pure plasma state. And that thing is an object because the whole thing moves as one thing, and it brings those other red orbs that are around with it, and they just move together. Wherever that thing shows up, the red orb clusters show up with it. And they're always in some kind of a strange formation, but they always hold that shape. And there's a building behind them, and these lights in front, but this thing is clearly hovering, and it's clusters in a plasma state. It's not on anything. It's a free floating structure. My battery's gonna go. I just got a sign my battery's gonna go in a minute or two, so I'm glad I got this in there too. So that's a definite object that moves around, and it's not in that location. It was not in that location a half an hour ago. It just showed up now out of the thin air. It just I didn't see it come in or anything. It just popped into the scene just like that. Before the battery runs out, I just want to check out the CN tower, since I already took a half an hour video of this saucer looking thing. I just want to check the CN tower for a minute before I lose my battery. I see another thing up in the sky. I'll check that out first. Okay, there's another cluster right close to the CN tower up in the sky. Look at that. That's really high up, and there's more that are going to spark up right next to it on the left side. Okay, So that's a big cluster up in the sky, and it's near the CN Tower. There's the CN Tower, and there's that cluster. So I just want to look at the CN Tower. Look at all the orbs on that. Wow, that's loaded with them. Look at that. The whole CN Tower is nothing but orbs. It's just loaded with them. If I can just get this thing up more. Stupid thing is stuck. Hold on. I'll get it. Look at that. That's what the CN Tower looks like. It's loaded with these entities or organisms, and the whole thing is it's just done. And that white part on top is plasma created by the orbs going around the CN Tower structure and creating a large plasma ball. Pretty soon that's going to be a hexahedron. When that opens up, that's going to be a portal, because that's where they put their new portal, about 1,000 feet up, where no one can reach it. And you could just see how many organisms are on the tower, and they're creating that plasma on top. Just gonna back off a little to show the tower. Look on top. You see the force field on top there with the red looking orbs, or yellow, whatever color they are. They're red. They're reddish. They're clusters, and they're creating a force field right on top. So they're going to open up the center of that white plasma, and that's gonna be the portal right there. So when that portal opens up, watch, more of them are just gonna rush in here. It might only be open for a few seconds, but billions of them will come in. As soon as that thing opens up, I hope my battery lasts long enough. Just look at what they're doing. I'm just gonna back off. Look at the CN Tower. You can really see the organisms now in green. They're all coming in from another dimension. That's what's, look, there it is. They're coming in from another dimension. Just check it out. That's the portal that's open, a dimensional gate. And they provided enough power by their velocity to open up a portal, or the dimensional gate, and let all of these, you see all of them coming in? There's billions coming in. Look at that. Perfect shot right now. It's right down the throat of the portal, and they're all coming in. Look at that. I hope my battery lasts another minute just to show this, because this is the dimensional portal in operation. This is also a time tunnel. It's both the dimensional portal and a time tunnel. Look at that. And that requires